I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. There's another paid request, this time from Scott. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, review, topic, reaction, re-review, randomness, out of the blueness, pretty much any type, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Day of the Warrior from 1996. And I don't know how to talk about this fucking movie. It's an Andy Sidaris film, and if you don't know who that is, there's another film I reviewed of his called Hard Ticket to Hawaii, which I do think is better than this. I'm not the guy that really tends to go for bad B movies to enjoy. Just like, I'd rather enjoy movies I genuinely enjoy. Yes, like this, like other movies. But there are times where you get this bad B movie, but it's done with such gusto that it does come off as fun, even though it's bad in filmmaking. Andy Sidaris did that with Hard Ticket to Hawaii. That was a film that had your titties, your crazy action, but it also had a fucking snake that was crazy because it ate cancer-ridden rats. And that was a subplot in Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Like, it's just entertaining. This is less entertaining with that, but if you like bad movies, it's got a lot of tits, which is crazy. This is on YouTube. I found this movie on YouTube and it had the tits. Pretty much every 5 minutes there's tits, because Andy Sidaris was a guy that would just cast Playboy Playmates or Penthouse Pets, and they can't act for shit. They can't act the way out of a fucking tool shed, but they're hot and they take their clothes off every 5 minutes. Not right. Part of me is like, well, I would just rather watch porn, but it does have the. This is a film that has an Asian Elvis impersonator who's part of this fucking group called Lethal that are undercover agents going up against the bad guys. Gerald Akamura, this is a guy who's one of the Hatchin Men in Big Trouble in Little China. He was a guy reffing the fight between Charlie Sheen and the guy and the parody of Rambo 3 and Hot Shots Part 2. He was the referee in that, where Charlie Sheen and the other guy hit him and the face goes like, that's Jared Akamura. He was in Samurai Cop. Like I say, he was one of the Hatchet guys in Big Trouble in Little China. He's an Asian Elvis impersonator called Fu. The commander of the budget meeting, when you first see her, she's on like a Stairmaster. She's in a thong and a bra, and the tits are ready to pop up, and she's the commander of this unit doing a budget meeting. The bad guy is a guy named Warrior, and it's Buff Bagwell. Here labeled, he's marked as Bagwell in the credits, but it's Buff Bagwell from WCW. If you don't know who that is, look up on Google Buff Bagwell Forklift Mom. Buff Bagwell had a fight with someone in a wrestling match at WCW because his mom was over here on a fucking forklift. Which is stuff like that. That's why WCW went, pew! Buff fucking Bagwell is your villain, and he wears Native American outfit. I'm like, you can't get fucking Tatanka, but you get Buff Bagwell wear Native American garb for no reason. And believe me, fucking Sylvester Stallone is more of Native American than Buff Bagwell. And the way he will kill people is he will put him into a wrestling ring in order to kill him. He kills a guy with a pile driver. And like, every 5 minutes, he just, here's tits. And usually, they're not real tits. It's like tits the size of a pineapple. Or, fuck, you know, not quite a basketball, but, you know, yeah, I would say pineapple. Or a melon. There's these two goofy henchmen that work for the bad guys, and there's a point where they have these other two girls. Hey, we went to college. What college did you go to? What's your GPA? And so the girl just goes up and takes her top off. My GPA is 38, 24, 34. I'm like, yeah, that's some good GPA. There's a point where Julie Strain, she's the commander-in-chief. Rest in peace, Julie Strain. If you don't know who that is, Julie Strain was married to Kevin Eastman. Eastman and Laird, the creators of the Ninja Turtles. Kevin Eastman broke off from Peter Laird to do his own thing. He worked with Heavy Metal Magazine, and helped make Heavy Metal 2000, which starred Julie Strain. Now, I'm not a fan of that movie. I think the original Heavy Metal was a much better movie for many reasons, but that was Julie Strain. I think her and Kevin Eastman divorced around 2006, but they did have a son together. She passed away this year, January 2021. I went, oh shit. I remember her, because again, being a Ninja Turtles fan, I would follow Peter Laird, Kevin Eastman a bit. I'm like, okay, that's where Kevin Eastman, wow, that's who he married? And Julie Strain has done other stuff, but you see pretty much everybody's tits in this. This is bad in everything filmmaking-wise. It's bad in acting. There's barely a story. If you want to say what the story is, Buff Bagwell and his group have found the material that will, how do I put it? The agents undercover, their cover's going to be blown if this material is put out to the public. Oh, we have a spy in our midst. We have a mole. We don't know who's doing this, but we need to fight the bad guys. We need to defeat them. So we need to get together. You two try to find this guy, warn this guy because he's undercover, and we want to save him before his cover's blown. You over here, you're undercover. She gets found out. She shoots a guy who falls to a swimming pool, and she something to the fact of, man, I hope he doesn't clog my pool. This is what, when people make fun of, you know how in movies, there'll be a movie within a movie, or TV shows, there'll be a TV show within a TV show, and to make fun of how bad the movie is, with the acting, and the skimpy women, this is that, for like 80 minutes. Hard Ticket to Hawaii at least seemed like it had a bit more action. This seems to skimp on the action. That's one of the... It's a bad film, but even if you're enjoying it in a bad level, it's skimped down on the action, and it's rather cheap, and it needed to go really full-blown the action. If it did that, I'd be like, this is fucking funny. It's still funny. It's still entertaining to watch. But it does get a bit boring where you wish they would just cut loose on the action. But it's not a total bore, because every 5 minutes it's like either a very laughable scene happens, or laughable acting, or they have Buff Bagwell from WCW with Native American outfit for some fucking reason called Warrior. Well, I mean, Tatanka was busy. And he did stuff where I was talking about filmmaking. This one guy, he He finds this other guy being tortured. He rescues them. He lets the two bad guys go. They get in the Jeep. They turn around, drive literally 5 feet. They stop the Jeep in order for the guy to get out and blow up the shack that I swear in the previous shot where the two guys are being let go, they show a wide shot. There's no shack. There's no vehicle. At least I couldn't fucking see it. Maybe I missed it. And also, like, why did you get in this Jeep to drive 10 feet, 10 feet, to just get up and shoot? It's like, okay, I'm going in this Jeep. You go 10 feet, and we'll stop the Jeep, and then I mean, why did you do that? Why didn't you just grab the gun and shoot to begin with? Well, I can't shoot now. Drive 10 feet. Now I will shoot. Oh, I was talking about Julie Strain. There's a moment where Julie Strain is with Gerald Nakamura. He goes up to her. She turns and accidentally knocks him down by having... She hits him with her tits, accidentally. And Gerald Nakamura falls down. He goes, "You call that foreplay?" There's a point where a guy finds one of the girls who's undercover. "Oh, I'm glad I found you." And I swear her house has fucking a Speed Racer artwork on the wall. It might not be Speed Racer, but it looks like Speed Racer. When he finds her in the shower, "Oh, I'm glad you're safe." A minute later, they're in the shower fucking. And she's like, "You know the similarity between real estate and kissing? Location, kisses, location, kisses lower, location, kisses lower." I'm like, fucking... I pretty much just watch a porn film. That's really what I did. I watched a porn film with... I don't want to say production value, but with a little bit of action and a little bit of weird craziness. Like, again, Native American wannabe Buff Bagwell killing people with pile drivers, and Asian Elvis impersonators named Foo. Or like, there's another one where... What the hell did she say? "Everything I touch has a way of exploding." And the guy goes, "Do you mind if I try?" And then they have sex. Everything I touch has a way of exploding. Or, "I gotta get something off my chest." "What?" Then she takes off her top. "There we go." Okay, literally, she gotta get something off her chest. Her clothes. Oh, fuck this. If you look at this as filmmaking, it's bad production value. The action is skimpy and cheap. The sound effects of the guns, the way people act when they get shot, there's no scope in the action. It's very cheap. I've seen TV shows with better action scenes. The acting is horrible. The finale has Julie Strain and Gerald Nakamura are captured, and Buff Bagwell wants him to fight in his wrestling ring, and it's very goofy, very cartoony, where he'll throw the girl to the ground, he'd be like, while the good guys are shooting the bad guys, but again, very rudimentary. One of our good guys has a cane. The girl takes the cane. He's like, "What are you doing with my cane?" I guess the cane can also work as a weapon. Because she puts a rocket in it, looks like a firecracker, does this thing, and shoots it, and it blows up a shack. I mean, I guess I pretty much gave away the whole film, so you won't be surprised if you do see it, but it just... Hey, if you want to see a film with a lot of bad acting, a lot of tits, as really goofy shit, Hard Ticket to Hawaii is more fun and more exciting and has more action. But this, I mean, I guess is part of the Andy Sidaris way. And it's like you can't take it seriously. And I would assume Andy Sidaris knew that. May he rest in peace, because he passed away. I think he said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I got these penthouse and Playboy babes. Flash their tits every 5 minutes. Goofy fucking humor. goofy comedy, bad goofy lines, but was I entertained? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd rather watch this than fucking. Sadly, some of the films that come out in theaters, they may technically be better, but this is more entertaining. But even with that said, I do think 10, 15 minutes could be cut out of it. I do think there's many low action films that do better PM entertainment. Like, get some of that action into this, and then you really have a golden, like a winner. And with that said, though, yeah, I feel like trashy. You probably this at least is somewhat enjoyable trash, and at least be that. That's the thing. If you don't be bad, be enjoyably bad. That's why I could watch like Samurai Cop or even Silent Night Deadly Night Part 2 strictly for Eric Freeman's performance. That's what films like Robo Vampire and Kingdom of Var and Feeders 1 and 2 and The Star Crystal and all this other horrible shit, The Amazing Bulk, they needed to take notes from films like this. And films like Hard to Hawaii. And films like Samurai Cop. If you don't be bad, be entertainingly bad. And some people feel that way about those films. To me, if I don't view it that way, it's going to be films like this. So with that said, thanks for watching. I don't know if I don't know if it'll still be up. Because I saw this, but the way YouTube cracks down, it could be fucking gone by the time I upload this. The way YouTube is fickle with stuff. So, there you go. Be a Day of the Warrior. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.